Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's not talk about it. I bought myself the Beaute Tropical Vibes collection. I bought the palette and I bought the 4 cream shadows. Probably didn't need these. I liked them when they came out and I said, no, I don't need them. Let me wait. Maybe I can get them on sale. Sure enough, the sale came by around Earth Day. So here we are. Think of it this way. I have them. I'm going to try them out. I wasted money so that you don't have to. So this is what the palette looks like. I mean, it does look really nice. I do feel like some of the shades, though, they're pretty similar. Did we need all of them? Could we have put more greens in there? I don't know, but it's supposed to be tropical vibes, so they had an image in their mind of what that was, and this is what they came up with. I feel like I've been extra into green eyeshadow lately. And then here are the 4 shadows if I don't drop them. There we go. I mean, all very cute. Like, I like the packaging and the colors and everything. It's just, I didn't need this probably. This is supposed to be a new formula. I've never tried the formula of these. I think this is the same, but the palette's supposed to be a new formula. I have the Oceanic palette. I've had that for I think a few years already now. I never had a problem with it. I mean, I don't think it's a beginner's formula, but I don't think it's like hard to work with either. I think it just needs a little extra time and finagling, but it blends out well even when I think it won't. Like every time I put it on, I feel like, you know, I won't set my eyeshadow primer and then I think, oh god, this is never gonna blend out, and it does. So, like I said, I thought the old formula was fine. Let's see what happens with this one. Today I have this eye primed and this eye not, and I'm going to an in-person karate class, so this should get a good wear test. I'm going to start with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into Chartreuse, which is a very bright, light lime green, almost yellow really. And this is the only one that has an imprint. Has like some kind of tropical flower. Hibiscus maybe, maybe not. And this is going to be my transition shade. Not much going on here. Maybe if I use the pack and blend method instead of just swiping like I usually do. Okay, so here's the thing, right? It's building up, but it's definitely not this. You see that, right? Maybe on a white base. Also looks kind of dry. In the shadow's defense, maybe I put on too much eyeshadow primer. Maybe I didn't clean off yesterday's makeup so well. But I'm going to try it several times, so it'll get a fair shot. Then I think I'm going to go in with Army, which kind of looks like Olive, but I would say Olive is a slightly more yellow and Army is slightly more green-gray. I'm using my IBY crease brush, if I didn't say that already, and this is going to go in the crease. This one's definitely more pigmented, but that's not really shocking based on the color. This is going to be super grungy, more than I thought it would be. And I'm just going to take that same brush, go back into Chartreuse, and just try to blend out the edges, like between Army and Chartreuse a little more. Alright, I'm going to take Army again, and I'm going to put that on the outer third of my lid. I'm trying to figure out How do I feel about the touch of it? It feels kind of dry, but not stiff, if that makes any sense to you. Would I know that it's different from the other formula? I'm not sure. Then I'm going to take, what is this? Fan Palm. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, so I thought it was a seashell. Fan Palm. And I'm going to put that like over here, like between the middle and the outer third. Ooh. So it doesn't feel that, like it almost feels a little bit stiff and dry, almost. I mean, it's still a cream, but when I stuck my finger in, but that doesn't look stiff and dry. So I'm gonna put that, wow. I'm gonna put that here. That's really pretty. I'm hoping this stays put. That's really, really nice. Hope I didn't put too much. I hope this wears well on my hooded eyes. Then I'm gonna take this lime one called Lotus Leaf. So I guess that's what this flower here is. Love lime green, you know that. This one's definitely sheerer. Let's building up. Let's see. I'm gonna put that on the inner third. Okay, also really pretty, but I feel like this one's a little sheerer, a little chunkier, and doesn't pack that same pigment or punch that this one did. Maybe that's to be expected because it's a lighter color, but this is what we got. Then I'm going to take Chartreuse on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm going to run this under my lower lash line, or rather pack it. And then with my smaller version of that brush from Wish, I'm going to go back into Army and put that really tight to the lower lash line, but only up to the middle here. Because then I'm going to use the shimmers again. I'm going to try using my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it back into this one here and see how it applies. Not bad. Definitely not as shiny, but it is applying. It's definitely more, you know, it's more matte and blended out, if that makes sense. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the lime. Yeah, definitely not as happy with that. Oh, okay, never mind. That's good. All right then. So this is the look. I'm going to put it on the other eye, and then I'll let you know how it wears, and we'll do more looks. So I did the other eye, and I just want to say that for the most part, it applied about the same way. I don't think it's going to wear the same way, but we'll find out. The most significant difference is the light matte lime shade. I would say it's a little brighter, a little yellower, but the edges are like more muddier. I don't know. Also, we all know that I wish there was a shimmery brow bone highlight in this palette. Maybe like a light white gold or something, but it is what it is. Not talking about your problems leads to buying makeup and the problems going away. Just so you know. No, for my younger viewers, that's not true. Don't do that. Talk about your problems, get help. Talk to mom, talk to dad, aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, someone you trust. Don't just go and buy things, and don't ignore problems. They're not just gonna go away. Don't end up like me. I do look fabulous though. So I just looked in different lighting, and I know I said that this one wasn't what I wanted it to be, It's not, but I have to say, in like the sunlight, it's gorgeous, even though it's not what I wanted. I feel like everything is a lot grungier than I wanted it to be. I thought it was going to be brighter, at least the limes, but I do like it. I think it looks good, so we'll have to see. Alright, so the look from the other day, it did wear pretty well on this eye. It did crease and spread on this eye. It did spread a little bit on this eye, which, like I said, I don't know what's going on lately. I don't know if it's my primer. I'm in the process of trying some new ones. Today, though, I just have my regular Milani eyeshadow primer on both eyes, and I'm going to try 2 different looks. Basically, I want to compare, I don't know how to say this, Seychelles and green hibiscus. I guess this one has a little more blue in it, and this one has more green. That's pretty similar, so that's going to be the focus for today. I think I'm going to start with Oahu, which is a medium lime, and that's going to go as my transition shade with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it. Now that I started, my family informs me we're going out to eat. There's going to be 2 different eyes. That's what's going to happen here. Anyway, back to this shade. I mean, I like the color. Let's see how it applies and blends out. Alrighty. Then I'm going to take my IVY crease brush and I'm going to go into Army, which is one of the olive greens, but I would say it's the greenest of the olive greens. And that's going to go in the crease. That's nice. I'm going to take some of that on my pinky and put that on the outer third of my eye. And then just take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, just to fill in the little gaps and shape the end. And again, that's a me problem. It's not the eyeshadow. So for this one here, I'm going to use green hibiscus. That's what it looks like. So that is like a Kelly green. It's very wet, almost fluorescent. It's very vibrant, very shiny. Let's see what happens here. Woo! All right. I'm gonna put that on the inner 2/3 and blend that into the olive on the outside. This is definitely gonna spread all over. Very pretty. And then I'm just going to work backwards the other way using my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. I'm going to start with Oahu, put that on the, I guess, the outer 2/3 of my lower lash line. Then take my smaller version of that brush from Wish and go back into Army. And that's going tight to my lower lash line right over that. This might need some cleanup. I'm going to use that same brush to go back into here, and I'm sure it'll apply fine because it's so creamy. Whoa, yep. That's going on the, well, the original plan was the inner third of my lower lash line, but I gotta spread this out. So it's blending in toward the middle there. And I'm even gonna clean off the brush and try to take a little off, because it's just gonna make like a clumpy mess. But there we have that look. Not how I would have done it, but as usual, just trying to try out as many colors as I can. Then for the other side, I am going to start with Palm Tree here, which is kind of like a taupe. And I'm using my BH Cosmetics brush with 3 on it, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. It's probably warmer than a taupe, really, but it's still taupe-ish. It's got like a little bit of that khaki green to it, of course. By the way, I'm filming this on Mother's Day. I didn't think we were going out. Then I'm going to take my IBY crease brush and go into Palawan, which is like a, maybe like an emerald green-ish color. And I'm going to put that in the crease. This one's like a little brighter, a little deeper, a little like truer green. Really should have put my hair all the way back. Now I know that I shouldn't try to fit another color, but I'm going to. I'm gonna try Cave. I don't know what this is. I think it looks black, but I think someone said it's like a plum. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna swatch it. I see the plum. You may not be able to see it. Ooh, don't like how that's swatched. It's a very deep, blackened, cool-toned plum. I don't think you'll be able to see that it's plum, but we'll see. So taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, I'm going to go into Cave. And I'm going to try to tuck that deeper into the crease. Maybe I'll only do it on like the outer portion here to try to keep some of the vibrant green going. There just isn't enough room on my hooded eyes for this. Should have waited, but I get excited. So then, you know what? I'm gonna go with this brush again back into Palawan there and just deepen that up on this side. And the two blend together in the middle. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit of Cave, put that on the outer third of my eye. Again, try to fix the gap with the BH Cosmetics brush. 6 on it. Shape it a little bit. When I didn't layer it so much, maybe it was a plum. But now it looks black. And even before that, like, if I didn't know what I know, probably not. Then I'm going to take the last of the cream shadows. This is Rowan. This is the duochrome. It's supposed to be, I think, like a brown to green. It's definitely like a deep green. I don't know how much duochrome. We'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna put that toward the middle of my lid. That's pretty. And then blend it into this here. Now I definitely look like a jungle rainforest something. Definitely a sight on Mother's Day in Applebee's. Usually I'm into like the bright tropics. These are definitely like the deep tropics. Yeah, I see the duochrome. a little bit. Then I'm going to use Seychelles. It's bright. Let's see. It's close. This one's a little more blue. This is going on the inner third. And I'm going to blend it into the duochrome. Pretty dark look. And then I'm just going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, go into Cave, start working backwards. So first on the, oop, almost poked my eye, on the outer third here, my lower lash line, then back into the duochrome for the middle of my lower lash line. You definitely don't like that as much, so I'm going to go in with my finger instead. Yeah, that's better. Because it was like blending out to almost black, and I didn't like that. And then I'm going to take Seychelles, and that's going on the inner third of my lower lash line, blending into the duochrome. And let me just fix this up a little bit. This is just my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 110 porcelain. This is something I do somewhat often if I need to fix up some eyeshadow. The other side I think doesn't need it. There, now they're even. I don't know if you can tell, but look how different my eye color looks with these two. Like, I mean, not like drastically different, but like I feel like this looks like a deeper brown compared to this one. I'm just gonna try to blend this a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like it's still creamy. It's not quite set. So that's not a good sign. Let's see. We'll see how we do. This one over here, I feel like is a combination I would try again. Maybe I wouldn't try it to begin with. Like I said, just trying different colors, as many as possible, but I think this I would do again. So unfortunately, both of those looks did not wear well. They both wore terribly. There was a lot of spreading, both creased horribly. I don't know what happened. It could be that I put too much on. It could be that they don't agree with my eyes. It could be that they're just too slick and they're poor quality. It could have been the primer underneath. I don't think so. It's just, I didn't have that problem with the other two. So I'm trying to figure out what went wrong. I definitely need to try those colors again. I just want to see, like, was that a fluke or what? The only other thing I can think of is it's been raining a lot, like almost every day. So and that's not typical. We're just having like a rainy time, maybe because it's April, May. And I do feel like my eyeshadow is doing worse on those days. So maybe the weather has something to do with it. The, you know, humidity level, the dampness level, I don't know. So just keeping all those things in mind as I go to try the final two looks that I'm going to do. I think I'll actually manage to use all of them. So I'm going to start with, actually I have primer on both eyes today. Today I'm using the Alter Ego Cosmetics primer that I've been testing out in another video. And I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it. I'm going to start with Mango, which is like it's a yellow, but it has some green in it. I'm hoping this one performs better than the other like light bright color. So far, no. Let's talk about the formula while I put in this transition shade. I feel like I don't see that much of a difference between the new formula and the old formula. I would say the mattes are about the same, but maybe like for these lighter, brighter colors, the older formula was better, but also those colors weren't quite as light. They were bright, but not quite as light. So, I don't know. But otherwise, I feel like the mattes are not that different. I mean, I feel like they perform just as well. As for the shimmers, I feel like these are a little less thick and chunky, if that makes sense. So I guess if I had to pick, I would pick these, but I didn't really have much of a problem with the others. Next, I'm taking my IBY crease brush, and I'm gonna go into Khaki, which is like a mustardy, peanut buttery kind of brown, and that's gonna go in my crease. Not my kind of shade, but it's here, and we gotta try it out. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, and I'm going to go into Safari, which is like a red brown, and that's going in the deepest part of my crease. Then again, maybe these mattes are like a little thinner. I feel like the deeper greens are okay, but what's happening here? I don't know. I just feel like I don't have that problem with the other palette. My Oceanic palette. And also, remember, I have hooded eyes. They can't really handle this many colors at once, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just cleaning off my brush and fixing this little piece up here. Then I'm going to take Safari again and just put this on the outer third. Then I'm going to take National Park, which originally I thought was very like gold amber. Now the more I look at it, I feel like it's more of a true gold, or maybe a gold with a little bit of green in it. Ooh, that's intense. See, now that one felt thicker, kind of like the other palette. I don't know what to think. I hope that doesn't spread. It probably will. This is gorgeous. Wow. I'm putting this on the inner 2/3 of my lid. And just for the heck of it, it is rainy and humid again out today. I'm just gonna blend that into the like brown red color. It's a gorgeous shadow. I'm going to take Khaki on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it and just kind of put that all about the lower lash line here. Maybe not on the inner point there. Hit myself in the nose a little bit. Same brush, I'm going to go back into Safari and just deepen the outer third a little bit. Go a little closer to the lower lash line. And then let's see if this one picks up on a brush for the inner third. Yeah, it does. Which honestly I don't like because usually that means it's too spreadable for my eyes here. So if it does pick up, good for brushes, not good for Jessica's eyes. And this is that shade National Park. I'm just gonna blend it into the other part there. For the other eye, I am going to start with Jungle. Dare I say it's an army khaki green. This one has a little more maybe of a yellow tone in it. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with 3 on it, and that is going to be my transition. Wow, see, that one's more pigmented. Just trying to blend that out a little more. I feel like I'm having a little bit of a hard time with that one. Wouldn't care as much if there was a brow bone highlight in here, because that would help me blend it out, but there is not. So that's another thing. I mean, realistically, I mean, unless you're like a true lover of like army green and such, some of these are too similar. You don't need all of these. They could have went with either a smaller palette or kept this size and like put in some more shimmers, because, you know, that's me. I want more green shimmer options than just this. Like, we could have had a lime shimmer in here. Like, I know we did that with these. So I don't know. I guess if you buy the two together, it closes some of the gaps, but you even could have had like a brown shimmer in here, like a light beige or something. Not for me, but other people might have liked that. Or maybe a yellow. Alright, I don't know if this is a good idea, but I'm going to take my IBY crease brush and go into Palm Tree. No, I've used Palm Tree already. Which one haven't I used yet? Olive? I'm going to go into Olive. I can't remember if I've used... I can't remember what I've done. But this is going in the crease. It's an olive green, but like so is everything else. You know what I mean? Then taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, I'm going to go into Pickle. I don't think I used that one yet. This one is one of the deeper brown greens, and I would say the brownest of the brown greens. And this is just going to go in the deepest part of my crease. Alright, then I'm going to take Pickle again. This is not the shade of a pickle. I would have changed the names a little bit, but this is going on the outer third of my lid. And then I'm going to take Rainforest, which is like beautiful sage green. So that was thick also. I don't know what I'm talking about with the shimmers and stuff. That was thick, but it was more slick. So like, see that? Like, it's beautiful, it's luminous. I love the color, but it's probably gonna spread on me. So I am putting this on the inner 2/3 of my lid. And as much as I want to just keep going in and slathering it on, I'm going to control myself, just blend it with the matte a little bit and call it a day, because even this amount, I'm telling you, is going to go all over. That's gorgeous though. Love that. I don't think you can even, yeah, you can't even really see how pretty that is. So I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go into Jungle with my BH Cosmetics brush with 5 on it, forgetting my brushes. And I'm going to put that across the entire bottom here. So that comes out like, I feel like that's like a split pea soup green. And it's coming out deeper, like on my eyes, it's murkier and whatnot. Again, I just feel like I'm having problems with some of these coming out to be as they are in the pan. Why am I so low? There we go. Then I'm going to take Pickle and put that on the outer third of my lower lash line. And then same thing, take Rainforest. Yeah, that's picking up. That's gonna spread. Whoa, look at that. Can you see? You can't even really see that. I'm gonna put that on the, look. Yeah, this is gonna spread for sure on me. I'm putting that, well, as far across as it spread. Also, I just want to say that, like, this is not the combination I would have done. Just a reminder that I try to use all the shades in a palette, or as many as I can. I wouldn't make that combination again. I like the, well, maybe it's not so bad. I like the reddish color with the golden color. I don't know. You know, do what you think is best. So I'm back at the end of my day to do swatches because I didn't have time earlier. And look what we got here. As expected, this one spread pretty quickly. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of creasing there as well. This one here lasted longer, but then ultimately did the same thing. Spread, and creased. So I'm unhappy, you know. I don't know what the problem is, though. I don't know if it's this or primer or weather or a change in my eyes or what. All I know is that the Oceanic palette did not give me these kinds of issues, even though I think it does spread a little bit, but it does not crease. A little bit of spreading. I can't really be too picky about that because of my eye shape, but I mean, the creasing shouldn't happen. There's definitely a change in the shimmer formula. Like, these are still thick, but like slicker, like I said. And then with these cream ones that I had never tried before until this, all I can do is tell you about these, and these are generally pretty slick as well. Like I said, I didn't have issues with these guys as much. I mean, they spread, but they didn't crease. These did both. So, going to swatch everything. Also, like I said, I didn't really need this. I thought I did, you know, need. But yeah, everything is kind of, not everything, but like things are more similar than they need to be, I think. And I guess I prefer the old formula, really. I felt like the old formula was more pigmented and didn't like get murky, and of course, you know, the shimmers didn't give me any issues. So I feel bad about going this hard on this. I really wanted to love it, but I don't know. I gotta figure out what the problem is. So far, not loving it. If you have this palette, definitely let me know if you're having these problems, and if you did and you fixed them, what you did to fix them. And then on my arm, I will do Lotus Leaf. Maybe because that one's a little more sheer that I didn't have such an issue. This one is Fan Palm. Green Hibiscus. And Rowan. So here are these, and here are these. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye. See you next time.